Welcome to the Hold to Talk podcast with your host, Juliet.
And Abby. And this episode, we're talking about making friends as a grown-up is brutal. Where should we start?
Where do we start? I mean, it's a roller coaster. And when we talk about like making friends as an adult, it's like not just an adult, it's you move to another country, you relocate to another country with people that are not from your country, that have been brought up in a completely different way or whatever it is. And you're trying to find friends as an adult, period. It's hard. Like it's so hard. Like school helps you so much. You don't realize that until you start from scratch again.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that you go every day to school with people or university with people or even work, like when you're in England and working and, well, for us, we were in England and working, it's like you see these people every single day, so they know the ins and outs of you. That was one of the things I was the most nervous about, was coming to a new country and not knowing anyone but my husband, because I need social and he doesn't. So we are completely opposite. So it made me really anxious because I felt like I'm just going to be completely reliant on him to have any type of conversation or connection. And that really, really concerned me. Also, because we've got a big family, like we're one of three sisters, like there's four of us, and we're all close. It was a bit, I was scared. It was one of the reasons I didn't want to move at the beginning, I think.
It's really scary as well as like back in the UK when you formed, like both Abby and I think, are people that have formed relationships with our friends that are 20 plus years worth of memories, relationship building. It took a long time to get that point. That
Yeah.
person knows you inside and out, and that's where we feel comfort. I don't know. I think Abby's better was better in the UK at making like newer friends, but for me, like I was very comfortable with having someone that knew everything about me, and I've
Yeah.
always been that way. I keep like a very small circle of people. Husband is one of my best friends, and then outside that is like a small circle of people that I trust with like any information in my life, and they know me inside and out. And like Abby said, like moving to Boston, I was really nervous about like being vulnerable and telling someone about me.
I think as well what it helped me do by moving, and yeah, because exactly like you said, like I have best friends in England that, you know, I'd see regularly and talk to all the time. And will those connections also stay when you leave? Like how will they even remain? How will you manage to keep up with each other and keep those friendship connections going?
So true. I didn't think about that as part of this. Like, how do we keep our relationships that we love so much going when you
Yeah.
don't see them?
Yeah.
So hard.
And especially for you, because I mean, I've been back to England. So whenever I go back, it's exhausting in all the best possible ways, but it is exhausting because feel a real sense of like I have to see everybody that I need to see. So I've got, when you were living there, I had three sisters to see. I'd have to see mum, I'd have to see dad, friends. I'm not making out like I'm really popular, but you know, the friends that are important to you. You do notice, I definitely noticed that the friends that, although they were great friends at the time, because I didn't see them or speak to them as much when I moved, you choose the friends that, you know, you're just closer with or you have a better connection with, and the others you'll chat every so often. I had to prioritize, and you start quite quickly filtering out the people that you're not prioritizing. Doesn't mean you don't still really like them and enjoy their company, but there's just some people that, yeah, they've moved on, and you've moved on, haven't you?
There's different life positions, and I think part of that's good too, because I feel like it's almost like I can look at like my best friend from home and think, no, you are actually my best friend. Like you're ride or die. It doesn't matter that I moved somewhere else. Like she came to see me straight away. Like
Yes,
now I feel
it's
like,
it
you
now,
know what?
hasn't it? Yeah.
You're a good egg. You're a good egg. You can stay, love you. And like, it's not that I don't love the others and they are good friends, but I feel like when it's out of sight, out of mind, who really is there for you and loves you, loves
And you are that person. Like Julia is that person, out of sight, out of mind. And it's always been the case. Like whenever we've spoken, you're like, we could go a month and not talk to each other. It's rare. We might do the odd voice note, but actually talking. And it's not because you don't give a crap or that you're not bothered by them people, but you are very much just cracking on. Even in England, when we were living in England, like we spoke to each other probably less because
yeah.
we were in the same country and we could just see each other at family functions and things like that. But I am different to you in the sense that I pick up the phone. I speak to my older sister every day without fail. She calls me or I call her. She's on the school run. I'm on the school run. We're chatting about nothing. Sometimes I literally just have her on speaker and I'm like doing the dishwasher and she's doing the dishwasher and we're just chatting. Like we're so different in what we need from our relationships with other people.
Yeah. I think that was like a hard part of it because I think I don't know where I got it from. I've tried to deep dive into my soul and figure out like why don't like I could sit there and be like why don't I, but I genuinely love everyone so deeply. I do. I genuinely do. It's
Yeah.
not because I have just decided F you, I'm living my best
I'm
life.
away. Yeah.
I don't. I care, and I think about people all the time. I think about my nieces and nephews all the time. I
Yeah.
constantly tell Ollie. I feel like people don't realize how much I talk about my family, but for some reason, I'm just not someone that needs to call. And it's like it is a flaw potentially. Like it is a flaw because I think I could be better, and I know it's like part of it, but it doesn't mean that I don't love and think and care for anyone because I do. I just feel, yeah, it's like an outside of mind for me. I think I must get it from mum because she's exactly the
I was
same.
going to say, literally, it's no surprise because you're like mum. I'm more like dad. Like
Yeah.
dad, especially as he's getting older, is a chatterbox. He just picks up the phone and starts chatting, and you're like, "You all right, Dad?" Like, there may well not be a reason. My mum called me. In fact, she didn't. She didn't call. She zero amount of time. She didn't pick up the phone, and that's just her. Like, she says it about herself. She is just an outside out of mind person. And I guess actually talking it through with you is quite interesting because I always was like, oh, she just doesn't care and she doesn't. But actually, I think it's the same thing. I think it's that she's just getting on. She likes to be busy. She has a busy social life. Doesn't mean she's not thinking.
As well, like if you actually even unpeeled it as like a deeper thing, I actually think it's like a protective mechanism. Well, for me,
Mm,
I'm
yeah.
quite emotional and sensitive. And so like if I
Yeah.
miss people, like, or like if I see the kids, if I'm on FaceTime, I'm seeing the kids, that I like it makes it hurt more.
That things are going on outside of your existence if you're just not, yeah,
Yeah, it's
making.
selfish. It genuinely is selfish. Like if dad FaceTimes me that makes me sadder than just thinking he's there, like, and he's okay and I'm okay and everything's
Yeah.
fine. I'll see him
We're just
again.
carrying on, yeah.
Yeah, it's genuinely like I think for me, it protects me from being sad,
Yeah.
genuinely. And I hate feeling sad about it because I love my life here and I hate feeling guilt like
Yeah.
I'm not with them. So
I get FOMO. I get terrible. I hate missing out. I hate not being asked.
I don't give a shit about
I
that.
know you've never cared, so we're complete opposites on the spectrum for that. But I can, and that was also a fear of mine. Was like, I'm moving to a different country. I won't get invited, or I won't be able to do anything. In the first year I moved, anything I was asked to, I was like, right, Mike, I'm going to book my flights. I think I went back to the UK probably about 5 times when I first moved. The first year I moved here, which is a bit ridiculous considering. But I do get FOMO. I've had to, every year I've been here, and we're heading into 4 years now, I've had to slowly just let go of like, you're not going to be able to do everything. That's okay. There's going to be things that you're not going to get asked to anymore either. Like on the first year I was getting asked to things and it's gone.
But no, I feel like even like this is not actually meant to be like a deep chat at all. But I feel like knowing Abby so well, Abby's like you've always, even as a child, worst term, but like not a people pleaser, but you're someone you don't want to let anyone down. Like, you hate
Yeah.
that, and so like it's part of like her character arc. If she was in a film, I think like you feel guilt for like not being there, not showing up. Being close with everyone. Abby's like, it's very important for Abby to have close relationships with each person she cares about. That I'm different where not that I don't want close deep relationships with people. I think I'm very, very secure in myself and like who I am, that I don't
Yeah.
actually, not that I don't care if I upset people. I do care if I upset people, but I don't, if I think that I haven't done anything to be spiteful to someone, I know my intentions are
I
good.
think with you, knowing you, it's more like you are so anti-drama. Like
Mm.
you're just not interested in that life. Like who is, to be honest, but some people just are in it
I'm
and
so
some people
anti.
aren't. You're so anti. And our family with 4 girls always had drama or some sort of dramatic event going on or happening. And I feel like you've just learned to kind of take a big step back. So maybe moving abroad and going to the US wasn't as scary in that aspect for you because you'd already sort of extracted yourself from the drama in England. You came to things you wanted to. You're quite happy to say no to things if you weren't comfortable going to something. Whereas I'd go to everything knowing it was going to be a really dramatic event or something was going to happen and it was going to be awkward. I'd still turn up and then get really upset and go home, and then Mike would tell me off because I'd been disappointed about something, whereas you just wouldn't. You protected yourself. It was always something I'd really admired because I think it's a really good trait to just protect yourself and put yourself first. So maybe moving abroad and just having Ollie for you was less scary than me moving abroad and just having Mike. I was like, oh God, I need more.
People do need more than their like than
Yeah.
their other half. But like I'm just someone that genuinely, if it ended up that everyone, touch with, this doesn't happen to everyone, but like if everyone dropped off the face of the earth tomorrow, it was just me and Ollie left, I think I could do that.
You could 100% survive.
I could 100%, as long as I got my dogs, me, Ollie, and the dogs. I wouldn't have to speak to another soul ever again.
Let's talk about how we made friends, because I think that would be quite interesting for people. Shall I start? So I felt like it was quite not easy, because there's always bumps and things, and I'm sure we've got some funny stories that we can tell. I know Juliet does have a funny story to tell you about her dating friend scene. I decided to be super friendly and bubbly, which I would drop my kids off to school. That was really how I started making friends, was just other mums and other parents. I think having kids is a really good way into making friends when you're abroad. Everyone seemed to be in the same situation. The first school I sent my son to was an international school. So that helped, because you're not turning up there and I was nervous as well. I'd turn up to a school, everyone spoke Portuguese. I didn't speak the language. How am I going to make friends? How's that going to work? But it wasn't. It was a load of English people, a couple of friends from New Zealand and places like that, other English speaking countries. And so I made friends with somebody. I was standing there at the gate and she came over and was like, hi. And, my son's in your son's class and da-da-da-da. And we were chatting. She was from the north. I feel like Northern England accents are just much more friendly than Southern. Like, my own opinion, and we took each other's number. I'm really confident to be like, should I check your number? Should we do a coffee? And I'd do that with everybody, which in England I would have never done. I'd have chatted to someone at the coffee shop and gone home. There's no way I'd be asking for numbers. But it just didn't feel weird here. She had other friends that she'd already spoken to apparently before she even moved here. And yeah, then it all starts, doesn't it? And it feels like you're dating a new person. So I remember like messaging her, and then she didn't invite me to something, and I felt like upset because she hadn't invited me with her friends, and it was all just a bit silly when I think about it now. But I think it's all quite natural to kind of feel like you're missing out. Like I said, I get FOMO, so I don't want to miss out on things that happen here. I was trying really hard because she was the only person I knew, and she's really friendly, but she's a person, and no shade to her or anything, but like she's got lots of friends, lots of acquaintance friends. And like you said, I need someone that I can connect with, that we have the same sense of humor, that I can tell you if I'm having a really bad day, or you just know that I'm having a bad day.
I think that's a good point though, about like, you really realize, and I will tell you about my initial things, where you're saying like, make friends with someone, and then you realize that kind of person, Abby and I are very similar. Like we don't want a lot of friends. We want a selection of friends that are like ride or die friends. You can tell them, like Abby said, like ins and outs of a duck's butthole. They would be very happy to sit and chill. But I feel like there are people, I've met them here too in Boston, and this is just that's their personality. They don't want that deep connection. They want to say that they've got 20 girl mates that they go out with, and I don't know, go
Yeah.
on with and do girl dinners, and it's all very peripheral and it's all very surface level, and that's comfort for them. Like maybe they don't want to get deep with someone. Maybe the only person they want to be deep with is their partner. And
Yeah.
that's like, there's no right or wrong with that, but there's no problem. But then like Abby said, like she can identify that isn't actually for me. Like that kind of personality isn't for me, but that might be for Sally down the block, who also wants a load of like acquaintances to go out partying with. I don't know, like that's okay. So like for me, when I moved here to the US, I moved to Boston. I had this like thought that all Americans are so friendly, it'll be so easy. They'll just talk to me on the street. Like I've been to Florida so many times and they're so friendly on the street. Like, hello, good morning, how are you? Oh, Boston is not like that. Boston is not like that at all. And that was like quite a harsh, rude awakening. But it was actually quite familiar to me, because in the UK, we're not like that either. We're pretty hard to get to know. Like you need to crack the egg a little bit. So they're a bit harder to crack, but when you do know them, they're very, very loyal, amazing people that you can have like great connections with. But that you've got to get to that point. And I was thinking, oh, when I go to the gym, like I'm going to meet friends. Like no one wants to meet a friend at the gym. They're sweating their ass off. Like they don't want to talk to you. So I realized very quickly, and even though I'm someone that doesn't need a ton of friends, and I it could be me and Ollie against the world, I do think that when I moved here, I was like, no, I want to make an effort to make friends. So I downloaded an app called Bumble BFF. And just a quick disclaimer before I go into Bumble BFF, I've never dated on an app before, one. So I've never even dated a man on an app. I knew Ollie when I was 16 years old. I met him in a pub locally to me, and that's it. Bob's your uncle. We're married, and that's done. I haven't even gone on a date, period. Ollie took me to McDonald's the first time we went out.
Is that where you went?
Yeah, I drove him because he couldn't drive, so that's fucking attractive. And he stuffed his face at McDonald's, and I pretended I didn't eat, as most girls do.
I couldn't possibly have a Big Mac. Don't he
Yeah, like
not?
literally, I only eat lettuce leaves and seeds.
Yeah.
I didn't eat, and he ate three
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
chowing down. For me to go on a bumble with that was so foreign. And at first, I was like, "This is weird," because you kind of looking on there, and you're shopping for friends based on their look.
Swiping like you do with
Yes.
dating. Oh, so
Yeah.
it's a swipe based on how they look. That's a weird
Yeah.
one, isn't it?
It's so weird. And I didn't like it personally. I was like, friends is different. Like, guys, yeah, you need to be attracted. I don't need to
Yeah.
be attracted to my friend.
No, and how do you know? What do you choose? More brunettes than blondes? Or
Like, for me, it would be like, maybe once I'd gone on their profile, like I'd look at like what their interests were, or like what they were looking to. Some people, it was more obvious that they just wanted friends to go out drinking with, and I don't drink a lot, so that's not really going to be for me.
yeah.
People that have just got married and they have a dog, and I was like, okay, you're probably like in a similar position to Ollie and I, or like people that had just moved to Boston from another state in the US. That was quite similar to Ollie and I. So I was kind of looking for like people in a similar position.
On there, is it expats or is it Americans? Like, what did you find? Who was on there?
It's everything. It's anyone and anyone. So it could literally be someone that's been born and raised in Massachusetts. That's
They would
maybe
be on there.
there was, yeah. And at first, like, I'll be honest, at first I thought, oh, bit of a red flag. Like, why haven't you got any friends in Massachusetts? But since I've lived here, it's actually quite common that people move from Massachusetts to like New York for a job opportunity. So like, I think that people are losing their friends, and they're like, my first initial thought wasn't right. I think
Yeah.
actually there's a reason why they might be on there. I kind of went for people that had moved from other states, or like from Australia, or I've got an Irish friend. So like, the first time I met someone off of that app, I was so nervous, like I was going on an actual date. Like I was nervous as well, like even more so about what I looked like for some reason. Genuinely, yeah, because I feel like with a guy, it's easy. You can just throw on a cute outfit and they'll probably fancy you. Whereas with a woman, it's like you don't want to look too overdone. You don't want them to judge you for being
So
like,
go back. So you'd swiped right on a
yeah,
friend.
yeah.
The reason you swiped right is because you read their profiles, and then you initiated convo, or like
That bit I found really like nerve wracking in itself, just because like someone has to start the conversation. So
that.
yeah, sometimes they did, sometimes I did. Like if I really like their profile, I think, oh, we'd really get along. It's so weird to even talk about. Like
How do you make friends? I guess it's the
it's
same as talking in the street, but it's not because you've got no
nothing.
idea about. Yeah, so
I had my dogs on there, so they'll be like, oh, your dogs are really cute.
yeah,
What's their names? My dog's this. So that was that. If I saw something on there, oh, I moved from, I don't know, X state 2 months ago, I'll be like, how are you finding Boston? Like, do you
mm,
like it? Like, oh, I love it. Oh yeah, same. Like, where do you like to eat? Snowballed off of that.
yeah,
I remember the first time like I went on a date, on a friendship date with someone. I was way more nervous than if it was a guy. I don't know. I overthought like the fact that because it was with an American, I overthought the fact that I was British. I just thought, what if they don't get me? And my humor is quite
yeah.
witty. I just don't know if I have to really button myself up. The first one I actually went on was good. I came back and I thought, oh, I like this went really well, and I like this person, and I'd see them again. But what was really interesting was the more that I went on, the more I was like, I knew instantly from the first like 15 minutes, I don't think I'm going to see you again.
Yeah.
That's okay. Like, we need to be okay with that. That doesn't mean I'm a bitch. That doesn't mean they're a bitch.
Definitely. No.
Yeah.
You just either click with people or you don't. It's
Mm.
literally as simple as that. Just because you don't necessarily think you'll see someone again doesn't mean you don't like them. It's just like, I don't have tons and tons of time. So I have to be selective about who I'm spending my time with. And it may not be you. Look, I know, like, even friends here, it may not have clicked right at the beginning, but we've continued to see each other, or our kids are friends, or whatever the situation, and then it's like, actually, I really like you because I've been forced to continue. I've actually really enjoyed their company, and it's a different type of person than I thought I would be friends with. Do you know what I mean?
They're like a slow burner. And
Yeah,
that's all right as well.
yeah, exactly.
It
Exactly.
is like, I guess with mine, like where I don't have a connection, like I don't have to see you again. I think you are a bit more cutthroat. I haven't got a bad word to say about anyone I met. They're not horrible. I did not like them. There was nothing in particular. You don't just get that click. I love spending time with you. I get like a, it's also, it's not just when you're with them, it's when you come away from them. It made me feel good. You fill my cup up. I like spending
Exactly.
time with you.
That's
Yeah.
exactly. And it's the search for that. It's the search for
Mm.
you add value, don't take away value.
Yeah.
Because, like some people you'll see and you're just like, I am exhausted. Not because they're not nice. I just feel like there's other friends that I can sit in silence with and just feel like my cup is being filled up.
Also, there's another thing that I noticed, and this is only because I moved here and made like all different friends. I'm a different friend with different people.
Yeah.
One of my friends, I'm a listening ear. They love to talk. They tell me everything, and I just listen and give advice. There's another one of my friends that I'm the talker, and she's a great listener. I
Yeah.
lean on her for like that part. I like because I'm like, it's actually okay to be different in different situations. A dynamic type of person where
Yeah.
you don't. I'm not always one type of character.
No. And I
Yeah,
read somewhere actually that like friends, people come into your lives for different reasons. Like not every friend is gonna do this or shouldn't do the same thing for you. Like because that's not a need that you have. And sometimes people are better at some things than other things. Like the friend that likes to listen, the other friend might not be as good a listener.
there are nuances to friendships, and it was weird because I've had the same friends for so long back home. I was expecting it to just be the same,
I
and
know.
it's not. And it's
No.
actually not. Like it's nice to have a variety of different relationships with different people. You've got people you've got
Mm.
history with. That history will never be replicated by someone you've met a couple months ago. That's
No.
just a fact.
But good or bad thing, because don't you
Good or
feel a
bad.
little bit like you were able to reinvent yourself a little bit? Like we
Mm.
grow up. I'm not the same person as I was in school. So the friends that I had in school, I'm still really good friends with, but I am actually different. So there's some things that I still wouldn't necessarily do or talk about with them that I will talk about with my new friends because
Yeah.
they've met the new me.
And it's not like when you say new me, I also think that's an okay thing to say because when I moved, I'm not a completely different person, but I have changed.
Yeah. It's not possible to move to a different country completely on your own and be the same person. Like
Yeah.
that's just not possible. You took a risk. And when you take
Mm.
risks, you get different rewards and different consequences to that. And that is that you've changed. But also just growing up changes you. Like I feel a lot more confident now than I've ever been with, what, this is me. And I think I used to search a bit more for recognition from others. And I don't know if I necessarily feel that now as much, probably with
That's
certain
good.
people. But yeah, like I think you just kind of get older. And also when you move abroad, I think that also enhances it because you get to just be you.
There's more people as well. Like you feel like, I guess where we're from, you're not just with those people, but you're not really going to meet anyone else outside of the community that's around us in where we were from.
Yeah.
You're kind of like siloed into that. Whereas here, I just feel like you come to a new country and there's endless amount of people that I can be friends with.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, where we live in England, especially London, it's really multicultural. But you kind of stick because you've always lived there to your friends that you've always had. You might meet people at work, but they're work friends. And when you leave the job, you may or may not ever see them again. I think you've got a couple, haven't you? You remain friends with.
Yeah.
Didn't you have someone from Australia?
Yeah, like she's one of my close friends, and I still talk to her. And that could have fizzled out or not, and it hasn't.
Yeah.
But what's interesting as well is like my closest friend from back home in the UK, she recognizes that I've changed, but she loves that for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. There is such thing as jealousy. I'm just saying it. I'm just gonna say it. Like
Of course,
there are people.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that
That's
exists,
the
guys.
thing.
That exists.
And we've just found it here today.
I've just unraveled it. I've
Do
worked it all out.
you know what? Epiphany. It's
There's
happened.
jealousy. There's jealous bitches out there. I'm sorry. I just want to let you know it's a thing.
It's a thing.
They're coming for you in your
Do
life.
they want you to succeed or not? Not the jealous bitches. That's for
No,
sure.
but like it is that is a thing, and
Yeah.
it
Especially
could have
if it's something
happened.
they wanted. Like if people wanted to do what you did, but you were brave enough to do it. I feel like it's an English thing. I could be really rude by saying it, but like I think we definitely have it in like the media and things like that. People love to build everyone up and then watch them fail. people from back home that I know said when I was moving here, like, yeah, but for example, my husband was just taking me away because we had difficult times when we were in England, so he's just taking her away now. Like, they had negative things to say about it, and you want to prove them wrong, but at the same time, like, even some of my family were like, don't just stay there to prove us wrong. Come back if it's really bad, because you don't have to prove anything. There's an element of them thinking, kind of want it to not work out for you.
Like like I was saying, like my best friend from home is like, I love I'm so proud of you. Like, you've made friends, you've like really established yourself quickly. Like I love that for you. And that's when you know someone's a real friend.
Yeah,
Like, that
yeah,
they care about you and they want to see you happy, and even if that means that they're not with you anymore, or they're losing out because
yeah,
they don't have you in their direct life anymore. For me, with the US, and I'm sure like this will resonate politically and all of that, people just want
yeah,
to be like, you're, what a mistake, like, what have you
yeah.
done? Like,
What on
that
earth?
is such a bad decision. Da, 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 da,
Mm.
da, 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 da. Well, I'm having a great time, so don't know about you. Like,
But also,
sorry.
I think I really came to terms with, like, my decisions don't have to be what other people would decide. Like you said before, I used to be a bit more of a people pleaser. So it bothered me if people thought that I was making a bad call or that's not something they would have wanted to do. So it did cross my mind. It took my husband to kind of be like, but that's okay. Like, they don't have to move here. They don't have to do it if they don't want to do it. We're not doing it for them. We're doing it for us. I think that was a really important thing for us, or for him to kind of say to me, and me to actually listen for once.
Harder though. We spoke about that in another episode. Like, Abby was getting grilled left, right, and center by her own parents, and when your parents don't believe in what you're doing, it can be really
Mm,
conflicting. Yeah, you have to be sure in your decision for yourself. I know that I've made the right decision for myself. If you said to me now, which you may or may not, like, I would never move to the US, okay, I get it, I
yeah,
understand that.
yeah,
If I said to you, Abby, I would never live in Portugal, I think you'd be like, okay, I understand that. Like, it
yeah.
doesn't, that's not a diss on you.
I've known people here too that have come and gone because they haven't liked it. I think some people find it, what is it, just because their decision was, okay, they're going to go off to Spain now, or they're going to go back to the UK. It doesn't have any impact on my decision, because my experience is my experience to have. And I think that is a big thing to kind of note when you move anywhere. There's people that will back you and there's people that don't back you.
Yeah, listen to what you know. I have this TikTok. I get messages daily about people being like, "What are you doing? Like, why would you live there?" Of course, in the current climate, people are just like the media frenzy, manic, 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 and like, I can't lie. When the first cut started coming through, I thought to myself like, "Oh my god, that's making me nervous. Like, that does make me a bit anxious. Maybe, what am I doing?" Like,
Yeah.
you have to think about, how is it making me feel? Like,
Hmm.
I am having a better lifestyle, like salary, everything. There's nothing bad that I can say. So why would I listen to somebody else's opinion, who most of those people don't live here, and some of those people haven't even visited before?
Surprisingly found that I was making friends more with people that weren't English than were, which I thought was strange, because I thought, because of the cultural differences in sense of humor and the things that I guess people are interested in, that I would have made more friends, because there's lots of English people here. But like, my first close friend is from Brazil. She's around the same age and she also has 3 children. But it was like a completely different experience going out for the first time with her than it was going out with anybody else. And I think it was just because it was like we'd been friends since we were children. I can be quite sarcastic. She 100% got it. She was sarcastic back. Like, if you can take the mickey out of each other, you're already in a different phase of friendship than
Mm.
previously. And I think that kind of happened. And I think since that friendship was like, I felt like that friendship was cemented, I relaxed so much when it came to like desperately trying to find friends. I had Mike, I had my kids, and I had a friend. So anyone else was kind of like an extra thing. And I have other friends now and I love them and they're amazing. I believe that if you are authentic, not trying to be something you're not, what your morals are, what you enjoy doing. I don't really drink. But there's a big drinking culture because we're in a sunny, hot place. And with some people, it makes them uncomfortable that we're not drinking. And with others, they're totally fine with it. And I think when you kind of find your people, it's just different. The friendship thing was a big part of me feeling like I'm going to stay or not, to be honest. And
Friendship, when you solidified that friendship, it made me happy. Like it made me feel like she's happy, like she has someone that's got her, you
yeah.
know. You're someone that really likes those. I do as well, but like the deep connections that you can just be yourself. It's really tough, like putting on not putting on I was going to say putting on a
But it
show.
is putting on a little bit, isn't
Yeah,
it? It's like
a
you're
little
you're
bit.
not quite like my sense of humor can, like I said, can be really sarcastic. I don't know, some people just don't get it. So I dull it down a little bit. So
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I think the sense of humor thing is just the American sense of humor is just very, very different. This is generalizing. There's definitely people here that can be sarcastic. There's definitely people here that can be witty and dark,
yeah,
and there
yeah.
are people. But like, I definitely found that hard at the beginning because my sense of humor is similar to Abby's: sarcastic, witty, dry, and like
Quick
the
fire.
sarcasm sometimes gets lost on people, or like self-depreciating. I like to do self-depreciating humor, so I'll be like, "Oh, like I'm being such a piglet. I'm eating this food."
Mm.
And like if I'm eating something, I'll be like, "Oh, I'm such a pig today." Some friends that I was meeting would be like, "You're not a pig. You're tiny," and I'm like, "I'm joking. I'm joking."
And then it's
I don't.
awkward because you're like, oh no, no.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
oh, like don't talk about yourself like that. And I'm like, oh my god, like I'm literally joking. That was a little bit tough at first, just being like, oh, I can't even take the piss out of myself, which is something I love to do.
Yeah.
I'll take the piss out of Ollie. I feel like even like on TikTok, if Ollie and I we do that. That's like part of our
Banter. Yeah.
it's part of our relationship every day. But people are like, oh my god, don't talk to her like that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I want him to talk to me like that. I don't want him to be smushy with me.
Like literally today, I'm the same with Mike as well. Like I walked into a room today, and Mike threw dirty socks straight in my face. I didn't expect it to hit me right in the eye, and I was like, "Oh God!" He cracked up because it gave that slap sound. We might do that in front of people because we don't care.
That's like, don't judge people's relationships. Like, come on now.
Mm.
Anyway, that's like a separate topic. The friendship dating. So I had a couple of funny things like you do when you're dating. Imagine like when you're dating for guys, you might have a guy with smelly breath. You might have a guy that, I don't know, says that he won't pay or whatever it is. But it was quite new. I was quite new to the app, naive little old me. I was also quite new to Boston, so I didn't really know like the places to hang. I wanted to be cool, so like I said to her that she'd been here for a couple of years or whatever. Let's meet up, but you choose where we go because I don't know where's cool to go. And she chose something that I thought was really cute. Like she chose a really cute chocolate shop on Newbury Street. It's called LA Burdick. And I'd never been. I don't even think I'd ever been to a chocolate shop, full stop. So I was buzzing. I love chocolate. Game for that. Let's go meet at the chocolate shop. We're gonna be shoving chocolate down our throats. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna make a Bezzy. Anyway, I was thinking, Bezzy mates already. She knows what I'm all about.
She's got me.
She's got me pegged. Go to my class. I remember I did a spin class that day at Soul Cycle. Walked over to Newbury Street, loving life. Get there, the menus, it's got all different flavored hot chocolates. There's just chocolate everywhere. I thought, this is great.
We didn't go to
What?
that. I don't understand why you didn't take me to that when I came over. Side note. Yeah,
What would
you
you like
should
me to do
be
about
quiet.
that?
You should be
Like,
quiet about
get,
it.
get your ass up out to third and come and get me. Like, I don't know what you want. So the like people can be late, but she was like 15 minutes late and didn't message me. So I thought I was getting stood up. I'll be real. I'll be real and vulnerable with you. I thought this is fucking what? And I was like looking around thinking, it's embarrassing now. You queue up and then there's tables. So you're either queuing up or you're sitting at a table. And I'm standing there like a bloody lemon.
Right.
Like, what do I do? I notice her. She rocks up 50 minutes late, whatever. I thought maybe, different people, different things. I'm not going to judge it. It's fine. Go out to her. And Abby will vouch for me. I am not a cuddly, kissy like person. I'm not.
No, yeah.
But I thought I've got to be really like, so nice to meet you. Yeah. So like I ran over to her. I was like, hi, so lovely to meet you. I like, went to like reach out to like hug her and she went stiff as a board, which took me back. She just
Did
looked at
you
me
have
and didn't.
that?
I did. I hugged a a wooden board, literally. She was not,
She
it was
didn't
not reciprocated.
move.
Honestly, I almost thought, have I got the wrong girl? That's what I thought when I did it.
My hugging a stranger.
Literally, I thought, I don't know if this one is it. Was this her? I got very awkward after that, and I was like, verbal diarrheaing. What's good to get here then? What do you get? Oh my God, there's 4 different types of hot chocolates. What do we do? And
What choices are we going to make?
yeah,
Like,
literally,
what does
where,
it
what we're doing. And she was like, oh, I don't eat chocolates. I'm just going to get a bottle of water and like you. And I was like, huh?
Why are we here?
I asked you for the recommendation. You recommended chocolate shop. Why? If you don't eat chocolate,
Where
what
was
are
she
we
from, out of
doing?
interest? Was she American?
Yeah, she's American. She's from Texas.
Oh,
What are we doing here? Like, this is wasting my time and yours.
and yours.
I said, oh, honestly, let's just go to a coffee shop. I don't mind. Like, I can come here another day with someone that loves chocolate. Like, we do not need to do this right now. And she was like, no, no, insistent that it was great. So there I go. I got 2 different flavored hot chocolates. I thought, I'm going all out. If you don't drink it and eat it,
I'll have it
whatever, I'm going to have it. And she didn't talk.
myself.
Facts. That's it.
What? This funniest thing about this is Juliet is not actually a big talker.
No.
Really, are you? Like,
For
you
me to
can
carry a
be.
conversation is not easy feat. It's
No,
not.
it's not. It's not.
Um, there were moments of just silence. I've got to be real.
Did you just stop?
Because I couldn't fathom anything else. Like, I was trying so hard. Like, I would say something like, so like, you're from Texas, like, tell me about Texas. Like, I always wanted to go to Texas. Like, what's it like? What do you do? She's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, so like, it's good. Come on now. It's bigger than the UK. That's all you got to say.
Did you say to her, why did you leave?
I was like,
Why are
oh,
you
what are
here?
you doing here?
Yeah.
We've both been on Mumble BFF. Let's start there. Let's go back.
Yeah. Why we
Where we at? How are you finding it? Are you doing well on it? Like, what's your experience been like? Thought that would be a great way for her to, like, if
yeah,
she
I
needs a
feel
little bit of,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, she needs a bit of warming up, and then she wouldn't ask me any questions back. So then I'm like telling her about my life that's not been asked about.
Just so you would care.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm married with 2 dogs, and she's like, yeah, I've got a dog. Okay. And then
Okay. Next topic.
yeah, and I just think, like,
Ah,
it was one of those ones where there was nothing horrible about her at all, not a bad bone. It just wasn't clicking. It just didn't click. That's it.
no.
And that happens. But
Yeah.
it's hard work when you're in the moment and you're like, I can't just walk out. No, but you know what it was? I came back to Ollie. Oh, like, maybe it was me, Ollie. I thought it was me because I think that's what everyone does. I was like, maybe it was me. I just feel like that wasn't good. And like, she's never going to talk to me again. Like, I don't know. And then she did.
She wrote you.
She wrote me and was like, I had such a great time. With who? I had such a great time. Like, I'd really like to see you again.
She went to
No,
a chocolate shop and ordered a bottle of water.
I know, and I can't figure that one
Do you
out
think she
still.
judged you because you had 2 hot chocolates? I think for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, who's
You
not
know
going to
what
do that?
I mean? Did you finish them both or did you leave them?
No, no, I did get chocolated out. I did. This is a lot. They're like pure chocolate cream. I think that was like a good example of how sometimes you instantly think it's you. You do.
Yeah, yeah,
And you
yeah.
have to become self-secure in yourself to think it's not me. It's okay that we didn't click. That's
Mm,
normal. Because if you were dating a guy, women are cutthroat when they're dating guys. They're like, no, I don't know, he looked at me a certain way and it gave me the ick. So why can't we do that about friends? Like, sometimes it's just, it's not for us.
yeah. I mean, my husband is completely the opposite of me, like I said before. And he is like, value your time higher. That's literally what he says to me. And I used to think he was so mean, but
It's
I
brutal.
actually totally understand it. You don't have a hell of a lot of time. You have, especially like I've got 3 kids, I've got 2 dogs, I have him, I have lots of family at home. You know, like I have to value my time higher. And
With that. I will say that I do have like I have a friendship group. I have like different friends, and one of my friendship groups are all British.
oh,
Like,
okay.
and I'm my closest friend that I have is British here.
Oh,
It's not because there is a comfort. I have found a comfort in like having my British friends, but I also love my American friends too. And they're not, I just feel like this particular British friend gets my sense of humor.
yeah.
So like it's just easy.
Yeah. I have to say here, I don't have any Portuguese friends. Like, I think I know Portuguese people and there's a Portuguese couple. They're really lovely. I don't think what I found, and it's just my experience, it's not a criticism of anything anyway, but I haven't found the Portuguese particularly open to making friends with expats. And I think there's loads and loads of different reasons for that. One is the language. I don't speak Portuguese fluently enough to hold a friendship conversation with somebody. I feel like expats stick with expats. And
I think like I would say that Americans are I found that they really want to get to know me because I'm British. They like it. It's like intriguing. I found
I
personally.
wonder if it's a language thing then. Like, I wonder,
Maybe.
like, you can speak to any American, can't you? And
Yeah.
although a lot of Portuguese speak English, they don't really want to, I don't think, speak English. One of my sons made a friend with this child who's Portuguese. With all my other expats friends, or even people that I wasn't friends with, but I invited their kids over, the parents would drop and go. But that's not a Portuguese thing. So she came and sat at my house from 11 till 5 p.m. and we couldn't speak properly because she doesn't speak English and my Portuguese is very, very bad. So it was,
Oh,
yeah, like it was all day
wow.
attempting to, like, you know,
That's
make.
actually hilarious. That's so
And
hard.
she's lovely. Like, she's such a nice woman. And actually, she also was the teacher of my twins.
I think it would definitely be different if it was another English person or someone that could speak English. I think you would have been fine, but it's really tough if they
Yeah,
can't
it
speak
was it was
English.
tough. It was really tough. My kids speak Portuguese, so they were able to speak to her and to the son, but I couldn't.
No, I think that's like that is the difference, isn't it? I think it seems like the Portuguese haven't been as welcoming to an expat slash immigrant than Americans tend to be
No,
on the most part. The difference is we've got the TikTok thing, so people like know us from there. It happens quite a bit, and it's nice. It means it feels like you have like this like community that like knows
yeah,
you, loves you, likes you, and welcomes you to stay. Like
yeah,
they are in general as a whole very welcoming, friendly people, Americans, and
yeah.
easy to be friends with. But it's just like it's the initial, just like how do you find them?
Yeah, how do you integrate into their friendship groups as well? I don't want to speak for other people, but I think me and my friends would probably all say the same thing when it comes to the expat thing, is that you make friends with expats and they become your family. Like, you get close very, very quickly because you all need and support each other. Because we have kids, like if they've got an event or if they need to fly back for an emergency, we'll just have their kids for them, and you kind of build that family community that I had in England. I have it here.
Really important because, like everyone says, like you need a village to raise kids, and Abby did something very brave, as move her young children with no family. Obviously other people have done it too, and it's quite nice to be like, they've
Mm,
got you, you need help, you're not completely like the disastrous thoughts that people had of you'd literally be on your last legs, you'd be on your knees trying to like I don't know find care for your son if like
yeah,
I don't know, but you're not
yeah.
you've done it.
Yeah, and we're all in the same boat. Happy to do the same for them, but you're just there for each other. You're just supporting each other. I think that's a really important thing to try and build when you first move over anywhere, is your group of people. I think that's, for me, that was a huge comfort.
Yeah.
Like, your first impressions when you landed, is that the same impression? Like, did you expect to be, like when you think how your life's going to look when you first arrive, when it comes to your friends and your friendship groups, has it turned out how you expected in your first impressions, or
No.
no?
No, not at all. I think I'm surprised that I have a like British friendship group. I'm surprised by that. I didn't think that I would, because I was so excited to like meet
Me.
Americans and have
Yeah.
like a new perspective. But I do have American friends, and so I have that as well. But I think what I'm also surprised about, in something that I think may resonate with some people that have moved or are expecting something, is that I really did expect to just instantly click with someone to the level, which is really stupid, but I expected to click with them to the level as close as I am with someone in the UK. Like,
Mm,
I thought that once I'd made a friend, I could be really deep with them straight away, and they'd just get me and I'd get them, and it would be, and it's not like, it's hard. Like, there's been, and we didn't really talk about this, but like, friends that I've had that I thought I was close with and that ended. It's not like, it doesn't hurt. Hurts is a strong word, but like, it's like, you do think, oh, do you know what? I can't be bothered with this. I miss my friends from home.
yeah,
I can't do this. Like, you just don't get it. You don't get me, and you get really frustrated, and you just think, do you know what? Sod it. I don't want any friends. Well, I get like that. I
yeah,
get like that. Like, it's a lot for me to like. We've said multiple times. Like, it's a lot for me to like put myself out there, be open and vulnerable with someone. And if someone takes that and then takes it for granted and treats me like shit, I think, do you know what?
I'm done.
Yeah, but I get all defensive, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm patting
yeah,
myself up, and I'm not going to open up anymore. And I've learned like to encourage myself not to get like that. Like, I was just shocked that like it takes time to nurture those relationships. I didn't realize how deeply someone knows me as a person
yeah,
at home, and how that's not going to work straight away here. And I can't expect someone to be like that in a year. It's not
yeah.
fair to put that on them.
No, I think it's about going into it without any expectations. But me and my friends have always got like an unwritten code in England where we don't leave each other behind. If we make sure we get Ubers together, or one of us will be designated driver, whatever it was, we just had like an unwritten rule. I always felt safe going out with my friends because we knew how the night would end, or we just had each other's back regardless of what happened in that night. Because I've had instances in the UK where I was spiked with a drink and couldn't move my legs. I've had instances where I got too drunk. Things had happened, and I think the people around you make you feel comfort and safe.
Like, and I'm
Yeah,
very funny about truly believing you are the company that you keep. I always say
yeah,
that. And
yeah.
if someone's around me that's doing something that I don't align with, I don't want to be around them.
Yeah. No, that's solid.
Cool. If you're struggling to make friends, to keep going. Like, don't get
Yeah.
disheartened. Like, you will find one, like at least one.
I think you just have to put yourself out there. Like, don't be ashamed to like, if if you're in the coffee shop because you're working in a co-working space, or anything like that, and you talk to someone that you think you actually could really click with, ask for their number. It's only you that loses out if you don't.
It's so true. I personally, I'm not someone that would ask for a number, but that's like so out my comfort zone. But I completely, I'm on board with do it.
Yeah.
Do it. If you've got it in your locker, do it. I just don't have it in the locker.
And if you don't, just do what Juliet did. There are actual things, apps and things like that, that you can go on now. I mean, the other thing that a lot of people did that I met, well, go on Facebook groups. So there's
Yes.
loads of Facebook groups in lots of different countries where you can go on. I mean, yeah, just
Also, like, I have a TikTok, and two of my friends that I'm friends with now message me on there because they live here. And like, if you have someone that's in your area, message them. I liked it. I was like, sure, I'll meet up with you. Like, and they're lovely, like close friends of mine.
yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, people like, I think people get like nervous or ashamed. Like, it was great. You know what? It's better than doing it on the app.
Yeah, don't wait for it to come to you because it doesn't always come to you. Like, or
Literally, what is the worst that could happen? What's the worst that can happen? You get another friend. See you
exactly.
later. Sayonara.
Make sure you listen to the next episode, and make sure you like and subscribe, as Julia always says, because that's how we'll know if you're doing well. And please leave comments as well. Let us know what you think, and if there's any topics that we haven't touched on that you'd like to hear more about or haven't heard at all and would like to.
Hope you're enjoying it. See you
Yeah.
next week.
See you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.